Welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Come Sports. As always, man, I'm your host Jay, and we got Big Eric back in the building, man. KC Eric, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? Shit, another day in paradise, bro.
Man, you already know it, man. Coming off that bye week, 5-0, or as I like to call it, 5-0. Uh,
Mm.
man, now I'll tell everybody if you go back to one of the early episodes, you predicted an undefeated season. Right now, you're looking like a genius.
I know, man. I mean, dreams do come true, man. Dreams do come true, baby. I didn't think I'd see him win another championship in my lifetime, man. But lo and behold, man, miracles do happen, man. And then this guy named Patrick Mahomes came along and back around 2018, man, and made me a believer, bro. I mean, I rooted for him the whole time, but just like me and most KC fans, we was like one and done in the playoff. We were hope fans. You know, we
Right.
just hope something happened. You know what I'm saying? We live by the hope. We was the Barack Obama generation up in KC, man. And then, Mahomes came along, man, Andy Reid, bro, because we done had, it used to be hard being a Chiefs fan, man. I remember I thought we was gonna make it past. Remember that Colts game?
Man,
Oh my
heart,
God, bro.
heartbreak. Like
Heartbreaker.
that's when, no lie, I was like, man, I'm done with these guys. I
Oh my
I
God,
can't
bro.
take it. I was super
Yeah,
upset.
I was like, oh my God, bro. I mean, I was falling apart over there in Guam. And it's like 8 o'clock in the morning watching the Chiefs game.
Right. And here we are now.
Man,
Here we are
it
now.
feels so good, man. It feels so
I
good,
just
man.
seen something that ruined my day, man. And it's not even on my graphic. Like, this is brand new information.
Uh-oh.
We'll start here, man. Skip it.
All
We'll
right, let's
start here.
do it.
Injury report going into week 7 against the Niners. Listen, first of all, I'm going to give you an analysis of Fortnite. Before we get there, let me say this, man. Make sure y'all guys like, subscribe, and share. Uh,
Please.
uh, listen, man, we coming. We coming. Kingdom Come Sports is coming. Pause, super pause, but make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We're gonna get to the injury report right now. The only person that missed practice today and yesterday was Mike Danna. Um, he has a pectoral injury. Uh, Everybody else has been full participant except for today, a limited participant. Juju Smith-Schuster hamstring, like that just came out. And I've been watching this thing all day, man. It just came out like 8 minutes ago. Um,
Oh my
so here's
God.
the thing. Hey man, suit up. Juju, suit up. Like, you
Please,
know
man.
what I'm
Put some goddamn ointment on your back of your leg or something,
saying?
man.
You know what I
Good
mean?
old heating pad on that thing, man.
Now,
Man.
ordinarily, I don't cover um the other team's injury report, but oh man, they are missing a few guys, man. They missing uh
Debo Samuel's back.
Juan, Juan Jennings is probably not going to play. He got a hip. He hadn't practiced all week. Debo he has a wrist injury. He's been limited practice both days, so he'll probably play, but we don't know. That kicker, Jake Moody, right ankle, he not kicking. Their backup
Mm.
kicker is Matthew Wright, shoulder and back. He hadn't practiced
Practice all week.
this week. And they added Kevin Givens, who's a defensive tackle. He got a groin, didn't practice.
Mm.
Uh, Malik Collins, defensive tackle, he didn't practice Wednesday. Light participant today. Um, Everybody else is kind of there. Um, so both teams are coming in pretty beat up. Uh, Ricky Purcell, y'all remember him? He the guy that got shot in the preseason out there. Somebody tried to take his chain from him. He's scheduled to play for the first time this season. Which, man, we wish that young man all the health, wealth, and
absolutely, man. Full recovery.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's that's the injury report. We already got that out the way. Now we can talk about the game. Man. So what's interesting, and again, the stat to my side, to my immediate left, is about yards. It's only about yards. Yards given up and yards that you got. You have 2 top 11 offenses and top 11 defenses meeting up on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, which is 1 p.m. West Coast. And it's a nationally televised game. Everywhere that has TVs in America, they're going to play this game. It's a Super Bowl rematch. They don't want to really get into calling it a rematch because the teams are different. It's a different year. The match that counted, we know who won. And
right.
There's a banner in Arrowhead for that.
You can have this one if you're going to give us the Super Bowl.
But we ain't going to give you this one either. we ain't going to give you this one. It's a few things, man, how you beat that defense, that San Francisco defense, man. To me, they're not what they were in years past, but how you beat them is you run left to right. Little jet sweep with Xavier Worthy and Mecole Hardman. I can see them using the jet sweep heavy. I don't know if you remember the regular season 2 years ago, we played them. And it was the week that they got CMC. No, they got the CMC the week right after that game, right before they got CMC. And Mecole Hardman scored like 4 touchdowns on jet sweeps. Like that same type of action is what's going to get that defense, because Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, they're downhill rushers. They coming straight downhill.
Right.
If you hit them with a little whoop-de wop, man, you out of there. And hey, shout out to Kareem Hunt, man. Listen, who said running backs ain't no good after 30? Yeah, Kareem ain't in 30 yet, but still,
that pushing man that rock, man.
Hey, he looks amazing. The blocking, and again, when Pacheco comes back, that's gonna be crazy because that blocking scheme, it was really designed for Kareem Hunt. The way that the offensive line blocked and all that, it was designed for a back like Kareem Hunt. And Pacheco runs similar to Kareem Hunt, just a little bit more violently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Violently.
Yeah.
I would like to call it violent and reckless. He don't like he don't care how his body land. He don't care. He ain't trying to fall right. He just in there.
Now, I'm a fan of Carson Steele, but you don't put the ball on the ground 2 times in 5 games. Your carries have now, they don't belong to you anymore.
Yeah,
but keep your head up, because they'll come to you on a 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. They'll use you as a fullback, which is your natural position. But as a feature back those days, it was a nice little experiment, and it's over.
Right. I think he's new, man. Like I mean, I want to give him a little grace because I feel like he's new, and I don't think he understands. Like, bro, when you run the ball, like everybody's punching for the ball. Like that's the new thing. Like you're not just gonna run free and lead the ball out here, and it's not gonna work. So when you grab that ball every time, because he's not a breakout runner. He is a power runner. So you always you got somebody's back pause in your face. You trying to run, you trying to find the hole. It ain't, you know what I mean? It ain't just widely open for you right there. Now, once you find it and there's nobody in it, then you can break out. But until
both his fumbles
with 2 hands.
To your point, both his fumbles have definitely been in traffic.
Exactly.
Like in the crowd.
He's
when they wrap you up, they punching and get that thing.
They punching all day. The minute somebody touch you, be covering the ball up, because that's what they coming for. You already got a reputation for fumbling.
He'll learn that in time. So the offensive, I think this game will be ran heavy and methodically driven down the clock. I'm almost certain because Andy Reid is a mad scientist. I believe that the red zone woes have gotten fixed in the bye week. I believe that everybody will score. I'm going to call it now. Look for 2 touchdowns from 8-7. Travis Kelce will score twice this game, in my opinion. I think this will be a high scoring game for us. I'm gonna call the final score 28-17.
I was going to say 28-24 or might be 31-28, something like that.
Well, the Chiefs haven't given up more than 28 points in 26 straight games since the Eagles Super Bowl.
I think our defense struggles in the first half because I think they're trying to figure it out. I think Spags and them is trying to figure it out in the first half. Once they figure it out, they pretty much shut it down.
Well, the fact of the matter is this: I believe that Chris Jones and George Karlaftis and those guys are going after Brock Purdy because they love statue-like quarterbacks. They're going after them. They're going after that man early and often. And if they get home early, 49ers, they don't score well in the second half. They'll go up early and then you can come back and beat them. But I just think that our defense will make enough stance in the first half, and then if we get up 10 at any point, and I say this every game because it's true. If we get up 10 or down 10 at any point, that's when the game starts. Like if we get up 10, that game's over. If we get down 10, that's when we start playing.
Because see, I say up by 10, we can win. I say down by 10, we can win. But I personally, as a fan, I like to see us up by 10 because it forces the other team to pass the ball more often than they want to. You can't just keep running the ball. Now you got to pass. Now what that does is that lets Chris Jones, Karlaftis, and the rest of the boys just go at the quarterback, which I think is our strength because I think our secondary is good, but I think they're even better when they're forcing you to make a throw, quick decisions, indecisive. That's how interceptions, plop balls start to get knocked up in the air. Jalen Watson and McDuffie, like they ain't letting nothing slide. So,
well,
that's what I like to see.
It's interesting, man, that at the press conference yesterday, people was asking Andy Reid about the San Francisco defense and what's the strength of their defense. And, he kept it real, man. They front four is crazy. They front four is crazy. And our left tackle situation is
left and right tackle. You want to be honest?
Okay. You ain't wrong, but this is what Andy had to say about it.
Yeah, so they got their defensive front starts with those guys, and then they've got all pro linebacker sitting right there. That's pretty good, along with their secondary. So they're well rounded, but it starts with the defensive front. Those guys, they set the tempo for their defense.
Andy, what are your plans for Clyde now that he's on the active list?
Yeah, we'll just see how that goes. And how it all works in. We got to look at everything on that. So, special teams, et cetera. So we'll just, but he's good to go to practice. He knows what he's doing. He's feeling great, which is the most important thing. So
you anticipate that he would play?
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
And the Super Bowl footage of any use at all at this stage based on the timeline and things are doing differently?
Yeah, I think both teams will look at that for sure. Yeah, you're going to look at everything. I mean, over the time that we've had against each other. I mean, along with the games we've already played and they've played. So you look at all of that.
Do you think there's any consciousness at all, the notion of a rematch or not just another regular season game?
Yeah, I think that comes from you guys. And then, but I think it's two good teams playing each other for sure. I mean, that's how I look at it.
The 49ers are 3-3, but they are. I personally don't think they're as good of a team as they was last year. I don't see them coming out the NFC, but they're going to play hard against Kansas City, and I just think honestly, Patrick Mahomes is going to shore up the turnovers that he's had. I think he's going to finally get on track, man. Because every time the media starts saying, "Oh, he don't got no weapons, he don't do this, he don't do that," it's like it motivates him to go to the next level. And it's no secret that he's the thumbnail man. Because when I heard this interview, that this press conference that he did, it's something that he said in there that was kind of sneaky. And I'm gonna see if you catch it, and then we'll go. And then we'll talk about it.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, as I think it's as big as a regular season game you could play in. But I mean, they're a great football team, and I always like going up against the best, and that's what we're going up against this week. And so we understand that it's going to be a big game. We understand that it's going to take our best to win. And so you just have to have extreme focus and know that it's going to be one play that kind of decides the entire game.
You talked before about your interest in NFL history. Are you kind of aware of what this rivalry is, what its place in NFL history is now?
Yeah, in a sense, I think whenever you have two great football teams that meet up in the Super Bowl and meet up in all these big games, there's going to be a history between that. And so obviously we've been able to win those games, but we know how good this football team is, and we have a ton of respect for them. And so it's not like one play couldn't have changed all these football games. And so we're going with that mindset of we just got to make the plays whenever they count.
When you watch the last two drives of last year's game, offensive drives, what goes through your mind when you see those two drives?
I think the biggest thing that is guys just stepped up and made plays. I mean, it wasn't one guy. It was everybody. And guys just continue to make plays and did their job. And that's what special football teams do. And it was this close. I mean, there's a play here and there that if that changes, then they win. And so that's kind of the NFL, and especially when you get two of the top teams going up against each other.
Recognizing that part of the bye week is to get away, was there something you still wanted to hone in on with your own game?
Yeah, I mean, I got some work in, and I feel like I'm in a good spot. But I mean, until you take time off, you stay on top of your fundamentals, you stay on top of the stuff that's gotten you to where you are so far in the season. But I thought it was a good bye week. I spent some time with my family and some friends and family as well, and so did that, and then got some work in fundamentally, and I'm excited for a great challenge ahead.
And boy said, like, I was out here enjoying the bye week. I was working on my fundamentals.
I noticed you use fundamentals a lot.
Yeah, I was working on my fundamentals, the things that got me to where I'm at. I'm telling you, look for 300 yards and 3 teddies coming from Pat Mahomes. And he didn't throw a touchdown last game either.
300 yards, three TDs.
And you can book that. You can go ahead and take that to Vegas.
Now I'm gonna disagree with you, Jay. I'm gonna say 2 touchdowns over 250 yards because I'm concerned about the offensive line. I'm concerned about that left tackle and the right tackle.
Screen game. The screen game is a lot of those yards will be yak. A lot of it will be yak, but
yards at the catch. Okay.
The jet sweeps, screen game, they're going to use Xavier Worthy more and more every week going up until probably about week 10. About week 10, you'll see that he'll be the number 1 receiver for the rest of the year. And people forget about Justin Watson, number 84. He's a really good safety blanket. Scott Moore's on the team. I just wanted to say something for people who wonder where he's at. He's there.
He's on the team.
When they pan the camera from left to right, you'll see Scott Moore.
Yeah,
and that's
see him on the
guy,
sideline. He ain't got no helmet on though.
Yeah, number 24, man. I thought when they drafted Scott Moore, I thought he was going to be the one. You know what I mean? But I thought he was going to end up being what Rashee Rice turned out to be.
He need to go out there, man, and just start catching tennis balls.
Yeah,
training with tennis balls all summer long.
I really, man, the kid got good hands. I think now it's just mental. It's just a mental block. And then once he gets over it, once that confidence comes back, man, we'll see the kind of player that he will be. And I hate for it to be with another team.
Yeah, I would too, man. But I think on the run that we on, I think they trying to go. I really, and this is just me, right? You know, I said it a couple of earlier episodes, but my dream is undefeated season and a Super Bowl, which would be unprecedented, and it would put Patrick Mahomes in a whole nother stratosphere. That whole GOAT debate would probably be more and more relevant if that happens. But realistically, I think Mahomes is just trying to get to those 7 Super Bowls, if not 8.
Yeah,
He's got
no,
3.
for sure.
He's
For
got
sure.
another 10, 15 years to get the others. But I think we recognize, hey, we got a young enough team right now. We under the salary cap.
Just
you know,
barely.
Right. Just barely, but hey, we under the salary cap. We can make a couple moves here or there. Every year, I think they pitching for the Super Bowl. It only increases.
And if this team that was constructed would have stayed healthy with Hollywood Brown and
Oh, man.
Rasheed Rice and Pacheco, I mean, you'd see an offense out the yin yang. I do think that Kansas City will make Brett Veach will make a move before the trade deadline. I think it'll come after this game, actually. I'm hearing Christian Kirk a lot, and I'm hearing D-Hop a lot. I'm not mad at either one of those. But again, knowing Andy Reid, I wouldn't be surprised if he just picks up the newly released MVS. The man already knows the playbook. And he came up big in the playoffs. Like
He
people
did.
want to talk about the drops
did.
that he had early in the season. He came up big in the playoffs. He's speedy enough. He'll go through the middle of the field where really all we really need is a decoy so that you can't double team Xavier Worthy or Travis Kelce. Just give us one decoy and we'll be fine.
Definitely. Anything that's going to. I know they're gonna double team Worthy though. Like I think they'll take their chances with Travis Kelce, but because Travis Kelce is not the old Travis Kelce, like he's getting older, and yeah,
Nah,
you
he's
can.
still there. If you remember if you watched last game, when Rasheed Rice went out, that man turned into a dog. He turned
Yeah,
right back
he
to
did. Yeah, he
himself.
did. I'm not saying it. It's just like, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a 20-yard game? Would you rather have a touchdown? Because
Right.
if you let Xavier Worthy loose, that's a touchdown all day because he can burn any corner you got. He can get past the safeties. Like Travis Kelce's probably not going to do that. Travis Kelce might get you. He might get a 10-yard catch, turn it into 15 yards or 20 yards, which I think the defense is going to be okay with that. I don't think they're worried about Travis Kelce breaking wide open and running into the end zone. You definitely worried about that if Xavier Worthy is loose. Especially, did you see that one? Did you see that one play where he was wide open?
Yep.
Like where they blew coverage and they just left him wide open and he just caught the ball in the end zone. Like,
Yeah,
he's
that was
that kind of
against
player, man.
Baltimore.
Right. Like, okay, you gonna leave me open? Bet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it was so
Nobody
crazy,
else will
bro.
make that mistake for the rest of the
No,
year.
they're not gonna make that mistake. I mean, Mahomes really just lobbed it up there. I mean, dude just ran under it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no acrobatic catch or nothing.
It's gonna be fun, man. Before we get out of here, man, we're gonna take a quick look at the schedule, the remaining schedule. So we are at 49ers week. So the next 3 games is Vegas, Tampa Bay, and Denver, and then the Buffalo game. So that Tampa Bay game is looking more and more interesting.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking at that whole schedule, man, I Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Houston. Those 3 games are the only ones that I'm real worried about. man, you got to come fly out to the East Coast, man, and come to that Week 12 game, man, in Carolina.
Man, that would be wonderful. I really wish I could too. I mean, that would be because I know we're gonna win that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there, man. I still ain't got my tickets yet. I'm waiting on Carolina to lose like 3 more games, so the prices kind of plummet a little bit.
Right. Yeah, man. We definitely had a great time at ATL. Shout out to ATL. Got to see T.I. perform. Old girl tried to sing the national anthem. They just drowned out. And at the end of the day, man, we took home the dub, man. And it was nothing but Kansas City Chiefs flags everywhere. Took over the streets. I mean, it was a great time, man. And
You know what? They didn't do us no favors, man. I'm looking back. Let me go back to the schedule right quick. You got a bye week. And
right.
then you on the road in San Francisco. Then you on the road in Vegas.
Yeah, but you knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, but 2 road games coming off a bye week is crazy.
Yeah, but hey, man, that's what champions are made of, man. And I'm gonna tell you this, Jay.
Yes,
After
sir.
that San Francisco, Buffalo Bills, Houston Texans game, man, if we are still got that O in that column after those games is over with, I'm starting to sound real good, bro.
Oh, hey, we going Sizzler. If that happens again, I said 14-3 was my pick for the season, and then I said 15-2 was probably silly, and because there's always a slip up game, and
Right.
But I don't know, man. Patrick Mahomes is unique in the way that he's aware of history always. Like I seen the interview. I seen some highlights today. I was just scrolling through Facebook, and right after the confetti was falling in the Super Bowl or whatever, and he was up there talking to Kelsey about, hey man, a 3-piece never been done. Like he just won that one, and he's already thinking about the next one.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? That kind of edge, man. There's not a quarterback I'd rather have than 1-5. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, look, if you're going hunting, bring your AR-15 with you, man. You got to bring your AR-15, man.
Just go ahead and get it done.
Bring your AR-15 with you, man.
But yeah, man,
the winter, the cold, rain.
Yep.
It shoots regardless, man.
It's gonna get it. It's gonna get the job done.
It's gonna get the job done, man. And I definitely, as a fan, I definitely hope they win the Super Bowl. But if they go undefeated and win the Super Bowl, oh my God, man, we're going Sizzler, baby.
Oh, you ought to see the party I'm gonna have for that. But but yeah, man, listen, we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in, man. I think after this game Sunday, who's the Sunday night game? Let me check. Because
is it the Jets and somebody?
The Sunday night game, it is the Jets and somebody. Man, because they was on Monday night and then they on Sunday. Yeah, the Sunday night game, I'm gonna tell you exactly who it is, and that's gonna depend on what I'm saying next. Yeah, it's the Jets and the Steelers. I tell you what, I ain't worried about it. The Chiefs pull out this victory. I'm going live for the post-game show. After the game, 30 minutes after the game, we're gonna be live if Chiefs win. And because I, if it was a game that I really, really cared about, man, y'all will see us on Monday. But no, we'll be live, man, and this will be the first Kingdom Come Sports live. And
let's do it.
We'll even open up the phone lines and take some calls. Let's just go ahead and make it a show of it.
Let's do it. You said Monday night,
Sunday night, Sunday night after the game,
Sunday night after the game,
with a win, with a loss, man. We probably
if with a loss, we in mourning.
Yeah. You it's a whole different atmosphere with that.
Right. I'm crying at the TV and everything. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But with a win, man, we're gonna go live, man. We're gonna break down the game, man, and I want you guys to call in, man, and hold me accountable to my picks, and let's see what happens.
Let's
But
do
yeah,
it.
man. So that'll be Sunday. You can catch Eric and myself, as well as a whole team of talented podcasters, content creators, each and every Friday, man. For Man Down Sports Full Panel Friday, we got Mel, we got Chris, Motown Chris, we got Man Down Zoe, we got Sports T Dominique, Sideline Speaks, Brittany. Corey, Cowboy Spit. Can't forget Cowboy Spit.
Cowboy Spits.
Can't forget that, man. Y'all got to check all those out, man. And like us, subscribe and share, man. We're gonna cover the sports world, man. We're coming.
Let's do
Pause
it
again. Well, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you guys, man, and we'll see y'all Sunday because we gonna win.
all the time.
Peace.
Peace.